Hi, I'm Susan Thompson. I'm the founder and CEO of Ms. United. I'm a biomedical engineering PhD and a medtech life science consultant, and I'm a mom of two boys, a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Nelson. I'm the CTO, and my background is in material science and engineering. I have my PhD, and I'm a mother of two, a 3-year-old and a 4.5-year-old, and my expertise is in med device product development and the quality systems.
And we started this company because breastfeeding is hard for everyone, and it gets even harder when you are away from your baby and you need to pump breast milk. And while pumps are absolutely amazing medical devices, I think they're one of the only ones that can actually replace and do better than a baby in some cases. And that makes sense for some people because breast pumps don't have stomachs like little tiny babies. But for lots of people, breast pumps don't do as well as the baby. And that's because they're generating one stimulation, it's the suckling, versus a baby, which is suckling and compressing and touching and generating a hormonal response. And so for most of us, it's very challenging, and it's totally true that your very best friend can be a breast pump superhero and pump more than she'll ever need or anyone will ever need, and you can barely get out an ounce, and it's all down to biology. And I really learned through my own experience and my own trouble with pumping breast milk that compression can help a lot. It really is a missing piece to the puzzle. So I use a lot of hands-on pumping to help increase my output, and that helped me a lot. So I started a business and I started testing myself, and I confirmed that compression was really helpful, and I tested others and I confirmed that it helped them, and then the challenge became making it adaptable and affordable. So I started a business and I started doing accelerator competitions, and I was pregnant with my second child when I met Elizabeth, and I always wondered why she would take a chance on a business startup with almost no money.
It came down to passion and team. So I was very passionate about this. My child was a little on the small side and needed the nutrients. And when I went back to work, the conditions were very tough and difficult given where I could pump. And so knowing how to actually get more milk fat by compression as well as vacuum really set me on the stage of, okay, how do I make that happen? I think the other thing too is the team. Susan and I get really along very well together, and if that hadn't been the case, I don't think we'd be here today.
We would not be here, and we really do have a yin and yang relationship and complement each other's strengths. So we were pregnant together and we had our first babies, and we did a lot of prototyping sessions together, and I'd say the hero of our prototyping was what we called the primer at the time, because we felt that it really set the breast up for success. So generating compression at the back of the breast helped you pump better and helped you manually express better, and we both used this. So I would use it in my office when I went back to work, when I would use it in what they termed the pump room, which everyone thought I was sleeping in, but it really helped me get more milk out.
Yep, and I used it in the bathroom, and trust me, I didn't want to be there longer than I had to. People at my desk would be like, "Where are you?" And then I'd come back and say, "Oh, I was pumping." I also had a person come in and ask if the janitor needed to be there because there was a weird noise. And so using this allowed me to leave like 2 to 5 minutes earlier, which was huge.
Right. And so we took this idea and we submitted grants. We submitted a grant to the National Institute of Health and the Massachusetts Life Science Center, and we are awarded $425,000 to further research and develop this idea. So we used that to buy a 3D printer and to start making these prototypes ourselves, which Elizabeth spearheaded and did an amazing job.
So we iterated and iterated and iterated, and we needed a small budget and a lot of turnover because we weren't going to breastfeed forever. And so with a 3D printer, we were able to print them often. Sometimes I had to wake up in the middle of the night.
Just like a newborn.
Yep. to finish the printing. Everyone took about 4 to 5 hours afterward to dip, to sand, to make sure everything fit together. But in the end, we were able to iterate so many times that allowed us to really hone in on what was really necessary.
And so because we were able to make these ourselves, this somewhat rough prototype ourselves, we were able to send this out to a lot of testers all over the US.
And Canada.
And Canada. So we went to Washington and California and Arkansas. And the testers were tremendously helpful in giving us the idea of how to communicate, how to use this U-Boost, which is what we're now calling it, because it's a little different for everyone. No two breasts are the same, and so some testers would use it in the traditional form, some would use it upside down, sideways, alternating breasts, and that's really what we learned, how to educate moms and how we all need to help each other learn how to pump most efficiently for ourselves. We also learned how to make the design sleeker, slimmer,
Add vibration.
so we have a rechargeable battery and a vibration component within this this finger, as we call it. And we made the bar symmetrical so that it was less obtrusive. And this new design we're calling U-Boost.
We're very excited.
We're very excited, and we're going to launch manufacturing alongside of the Kickstarter as soon as it's up and running. And we hope that you'll all support our Kickstarter. So we're selling the non-vibrating version for $49 and the vibrating version for $69. And really, our mission is to empower women and to encourage women to help each other and to figure out how breastfeeding can best work for them and pumping can best work for them, because it really is hard for everyone. So thank you so much for watching our Kickstarter video on how we got here.